This week's quick tip from the Teacher Technology Center is called Simple Swipes. What happens when we go ahead and touch this little button, which takes us back to what they're now calling Start. Start, of course, is this place where we have all of our little apps that we choose to get from our friend, the Microsoft Store. Of course, lots of apps that you can get from the store. If I click on my account, my username is petergale@outlook.com. It's important to understand this, ladies and gentlemen, because our school accounts are not meant to be used for these applications. If I touch the Windows button, I go back to Start once again to the regular traditional desktop. Now that's one way of getting there. Another way of getting there is simply hitting that little Windows icon, which takes us back and forth. So if you hold down the Windows key on your keyboard and press the letter D, then that takes you also back to the desktop. So let's go ahead and launch some apps. A swipe from the left-hand side of the screen, starting over here on the bezel, and then swiping inward, like so, is what takes us to what we most recently used. Now, because I only have the store and my desktop available right now, that's all I'm seeing back and forth. What about if I go ahead and open up my Outlook email? So I can swipe and go back to the store, or swipe and go back to my email, or back to the store once again. What happens if I want to launch another app? Well, I can go back to the Windows button, and one of my all-time favorites when I need to unwind a little bit is this little guy called Flipboard. Now, Flipboard is basically a curation app. It's a place to put information. Well, it starts out by making me a little jealous. I don't look like that. But more importantly, if I simply flip in, then I have my different options of what I choose to subscribe to. Now, I've got a couple of apps running at the moment. If I don't remember which apps I've been using, I can again put my finger on the left, swipe in a little bit, and this time, if I want to have it fill up half the screen, I simply let go. Or, if I want to see what I've been using, I swipe in and go back a little bit without letting go, and that lets me understand that in addition to my mail, in addition to my Flipboard, I also have that store icon still sitting up there in the left corner. Notice, please, that I can take that icon and bring it over here to this side of the screen, and it will take the place of the other app. What if I want to adjust the width back and forth? Well, I press the three dots in the middle and can either make it full screen like that, or once again, you can put it here, or you can even put it over here on the right. If that's what the left-hand side is for, what is the right-hand side for? If we swipe in from the right, we get our charms. My personal favorite is I get quickly reminded of the time and date. What if I decide I'm done with the store, and certainly done with you looking at my silly credit card information? How can I get this thing to quit? Well, you start at the top and simply swipe down. And that's how you quit an application. Thanks for watching. Like I've said before, there'll be a new quick tip every Wednesday. See you next week.